had a superior economy, and now that's not doing anything. So, he's moved his command center out to his next base out there, but I think it's too late. He hasn't been mining off it for too long, and you can see he's transferring SCVs to his third base. I'll call it his third base, even though it's really he only has two bases right now. But it doesn't really matter because in the meantime, FireBathero has gotten his second command center up and going too. So they're basically going to be economically even. Although I think FireBathero might be a little bit ahead even economically, just because he's had his command center, his second command center up and going for another time. And there is a drop going in for GG. And FireBathero sees it, but he doesn't really have anything around to respond to it right now. And it's only one tank. And oh no, he's siege moded that SCV. He's going to have to shell his own tank with one tank, and the other tanks are going to drop on top of that second tank. Easily dealt with FireBathero, although I think part of that is a result of the fact that fOrGG didn't really micro that drop very well. He siege moded right in front of the SCV that was going to come and attack it, and basically said, "Hey SCV, why don't you make my tank kill myself?" I find people saying that to me on the bus all the time. "Hey, can you make my tank kill myself?" No, not really. Anyway, so it looks like now FireBathero coming back here with a counter drop, dropping on that ridge above there, and I don't think he's going to be able to do anything about that. Again, same thing, if he tries to move in, never mind. Well, I was going to say he can't drop on top of it because the Wraith is there to kill the dropship, but he is doing that. The Goliaths are going to take out the Wraith, so he might be able to hold this off, but in the meantime, things looking pretty bad for GG. Yeah, he needs to put something up there to spot that location, I think, so he can keep FireBathero from doing that. But yeah, those tanks still up on that ridge, and fOrGG putting down a hidden expansion on the left side of the base, and FireBathero almost psychic. He figures that fOrGG might be setting up another base. He's checking around the map to see if there is one, and wow, freaking psychic on FireBathero's part, seeing this over here, running his SCV over to check, and he's going to find that command center going up, and that's probably going to be, I wouldn't be surprised if FireBathero makes that his next target. If he can take out that base, then that's going to be, well, that'll be fOrGG. But we'll see. I don't know. Look how FireBathero has actually moved his tanks over into a position where they can hit troops that are coming out of fOrGG's base, just to do even a little bit more damage besides stopping him from mining there. And FireBathero might even take out that SCV before the command center comes in. But yeah, things looking not very good for fOrGG at all. Although he's not quite out of it yet. If he wins a huge battle, if he wins a major battle, gets the siege mode off first or something like that, and destroys FireBathero's army, he will be able to come back in this. But it's going to take some really nice timing and stuff to get that off. And oh, that was an opportunity, but he wasn't able to quite get it off. FireBathero saw that coming and fell back there. And now that command center isn't even up yet. The SCV has been picked off by FireBathero, and looks like FireBathero is setting up for just in case fOrGG tries to siege outside of his base or something like that. So if fOrGG can get a good drop off sometime soon, he might be able to affect some damage and might be able to secure a better economy after all. FireBathero, I'm surprised that he hasn't gotten another expansion yet. Usually he's a better macro player than this, and usually I would expect him to be getting another expansion, especially since fOrGG was planning on getting one anyway. And drop coming in here, neutralizing FireBathero's expansion, but he's going to come and counter drop, and fOrGG actually dropping in more forces down there. More forces on top of the forces that were dropped on his forces. Try saying that 10 times fast. And fOrGG actually able to hold that ridge, but he's going to actually fall back before. And okay, never mind. I guess he sent his SCVs over there to kill that FireBathero's SCV. I thought I saw the wrong color. So he has completed that expansion. He hasn't been able to transfer SCVs over there yet, but if he does, it's going to be risky because those SCVs are going to be vulnerable. Although right now, FireBathero, he doesn't have the forces right now to really go after that spot after all. And so that might not be a good thing for FireBathero. He's not going to be able to get over to that base, I think. And if he does decide to take his forces over there, it's such a low military game right now that what the hell? So FireBathero has built another bunker to put his Marines in and his tank over there. Just an even better spot. He's put his barracks. So I don't know why fOrGG isn't just taking that spot out, actually. He could easily just drop a few forces on there, or siege mode or something like that, take out that tank, and then take out that, and then he'd have another expansion. He wouldn't have to start building random bases over on the left side of the map. So I don't know why. I guess fOrGG just doesn't want to try and deal with that. But really, at this point in the game, it wouldn't be too difficult for him to deal with it. So I'm not sure why he's not trying to. Yeah, so you'll see FireBathero actually just sent a couple. There he goes, finally dropping some stuff over there, and he's taking out that tank. So now he's just gonna have to siege from afar, and he'll be able to deal with that. So it looks like yeah, fOrGG's actually sent a couple tanks over there to deal with those Goliaths, but I don't think FireBathero he couldn't really commit all of his forces to and I don't know why fOrGG is committing all these forces over here. He's going to lose a Goliath to that bunker when all he had to do was set up a tank somewhere to go into siege mode or whatever. And actually, FireBathero going in for another drop on fOrGG's main, sneaking some dropships in around the back, and 3 tanks, 4 tanks, 5 tanks, 6 tanks, and it looks like a total of 7 tanks and a Goliath back there, and that's going to do a lot of damage. This is going to be really difficult for fOrGG to take FireBathero out of this entrenched position. And in the meantime, well, I thought he was going to do something about that drop on that ridge, but in the meantime, FireBathero has cliffed, has ridged fOrGG's other base. It looks like he actually flew his command center back to his natural expansion. Originally, it got shelled away from his natural expansion. Oh, dropship goes down with a ton of forces in it. Probably 2 tanks in that dropship there. And so this drop isn't going to do nearly as much as it could have either. There, finally, FireBathero setting up a 3rd base. He's been functioning off 2 bases for a long time, although he's been keeping fOrGG down to 2 operational bases for the most part as well. Although now he's got, no, I was going to say he's got 3, but no, he just hasn't been able to deal with that. And fOrGG, I don't know why he's not lifting that command center. I was talking to Diggity the other day about how multitasking is really the mark of, what separates the really, really good players from the only really good players, if that makes sense. If fOrGG loses that command center just because of lack of multitasking, it's kind of an error he can't afford to do. But he GG's anyways. Just having lost too many bases, and he was trying to do some last second drops on FireBathero, trying to even the score, but FireBathero just wasn't able to do it. FireBathero being a weirdo as usual, as his little ceremony there, being cocky. What is he doing? Such a freak. Anyways, that's why some people love him. I gotta admit, he is funny. He's growing on me, but we'll see. I just don't like that he's smug about it. I don't like him being smug. It's oh well. In any case, so Samsung managing to tie things up 2-2, and they will actually be able to bring it to an ace match. In the last set I did, I'm going to spoil it, so close this window right now if you haven't seen SKT versus STX. But in the last set I did, SKT went up 2-0, and STX managed to tie it back up at 2-2 and then take the ace match. They were down 2-0, and they came back and won 3-2. And FireBathero has tied it up 2-2, so we might see the same exact thing here again. Or Lecaf might be able to finish off the ace match and take the set after all. We will have to see. On to Game 5.